The DRC's President Felix Tshisekedi has sent shockwaves across Africa and the wider world with a statement that nobody saw coming. He declared that U.S. President Donald Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize if he manages to end the decades-long conflict between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Just imagine the gravity of that claim. A sitting African president openly placing Trump in line for one of the most prestigious honors on earth if he can silence the guns that have haunted the Great Lakes region for over 30 years. Could we be witnessing history in the making? A moment where Trump, often celebrated as a deal maker, pulls off the ultimate deal of peace in Africa. And what does it say about the scale of this conflict that such a bold declaration is even being made? Let's back up. The conflict between Rwanda and the DRC is not your typical border quarrel. It is a 30-year-long nightmare that has claimed millions of lives, displaced countless families, and reduced eastern Congo to a war zone where armed groups rule and minerals fuel bloodshed. At the heart of the crisis is the M23 rebel group, which Kinshasa insists is backed by Rwanda. Kigali, of course, denies this, saying it only acts in self-defense. But ask anyone from Goma to Bukavu, and they'll tell you the story is far deeper. It's a tale of power, ethnicity, and above all, Congo's treasure chest of minerals that the world can't seem to resist. For 3 decades, presidents have come and gone in Washington, and yet the conflict has survived them all. As Tshisekedi himself put it, 4 U.S. presidents have tried and failed to bring peace to the Congo. Could Trump really be the one to break the cycle? Since his dramatic return to the White House in 2024, Trump has thrown himself headlong into the DRC-Rwanda conflict with a vigor that has stunned even his critics. Against all odds, he managed to broker a peace deal in June, signed in Qatar, where both Congo and Rwanda pledged to halt hostilities. The agreement was hailed as a breakthrough. Finally, after decades of failed talks, there was a real chance at peace. But like so many deals before it, the ink dried faster than the promises could be kept. Fighting never truly stopped. M23 rebels remained in place, and Kigali continued to be accused of meddling in eastern Congo. So while Trump may have won headlines, he has not yet won peace. And that is why Tshisekedi's statement carries such weight. If Trump, yes Trump, can end this war where Clinton, Bush, Obama, and Biden failed, surely even the Nobel Committee couldn't look the other way. But peace in Congo is never just about peace. It's about power, influence, and above all, minerals. Let's be clear, eastern Congo is sitting on a gold mine, literally. Cobalt, copper, lithium, tantalum, gold, you name it, the DRC has it, and in staggering quantities. These are the critical minerals the world needs to build electric cars, smartphones, semiconductors, and even weapon systems. And while the world screams about climate change and green transitions, the uncomfortable truth is this: Africa, and specifically Congo, is holding the keys to the global economy of the future. Is it any wonder then that Trump is interested in Congo not just for peace, but also for business? Indeed, behind the peace deal lies another, even more controversial idea: a minerals for security arrangement. Imagine this. American firms get privileged access to Congo's mineral riches in exchange for U.S. military support to help Kinshasa crush the insurgency. For Washington, it's a dream deal. Critical input secured, reliance on China reduced, and geopolitical influence in Africa restored. For Tshisekedi, however, it's a dangerous balancing act. He has been very clear, yes, Congo welcomes U.S. mediation, but no, Congo will not auction off its mineral wealth just because the West wants it. He has repeatedly emphasized that his government won't allow itself to be bullied into giving away resources under the guise of peace. As he told reporters in New York, Congo is open to partnerships, but it won't be dictated to. Now that is a message that should resonate with every African. How many times have we seen foreign powers come to Africa, promising peace, development, and prosperity, only to walk away with the riches while leaving the people in poverty? And this is where Tshisekedi's comments become particularly powerful. He isn't naive. He knows exactly what's at stake. Ending the conflict with Rwanda is his #1 priority, but not at the expense of surrendering Congo's future. He has already made it clear that Congo is keeping its options open, not only talking to the US, but also maintaining partnerships with China, the European Union, and even Middle Eastern powers like Qatar and the UAE. In fact, Qatar played a surprise role in bringing him and Rwanda's Paul Kagame to the table earlier this year, raising hopes of a ceasefire before the talks were derailed by global events. For Tshisekedi, the message is simple: Congo is not for sale. Still, there is no denying that Trump's push matters. From his perspective, ending the DRC or Rwanda conflict would not only be a diplomatic win, but also an economic one. Imagine the headlines: Trump brings peace to Africa's deadliest war, secures American access to vital minerals, and sidelines China in one fell swoop. For a president obsessed with legacy and deals, it's irresistible. Tshisekedi, meanwhile, views the conflict through a different lens. For him, peace is not about prestige or even geopolitics. It's about survival. It's about ensuring that millions of Congolese can finally live without the sound of gunfire. It's about making sure that Congo's immense wealth is used to build schools, hospitals, and infrastructure, not to fund endless wars. And so we come back to Tshisekedi's shocking statement. Was it flattery? Was it strategy? Or was it a challenge to Trump to prove he is more than just talk? Perhaps it was all three. But here's the thing: Tshisekedi isn't wrong. If Trump does succeed where others have failed, if he manages to silence the guns in eastern Congo, then yes, he will deserve recognition. Whether the Nobel Committee would ever actually give the prize to Trump is another question entirely, but the symbolic weight of Tshisekedi's words cannot be ignored. The truth is, ending the Rwanda-DRC conflict has never been easy. Too many interests are at play: local, regional, and global. Too many actors benefit from the chaos. And yet, the dream of peace remains alive. For Africa, the stakes could not be higher. Will Congo finally rise as the giant it was meant to be, or will it remain trapped in the cycle of war and exploitation? Will African leaders like Tshisekedi stand firm against foreign exploitation, or will history repeat itself once again? For now, all eyes are on Trump and Tshisekedi, one seeking a legacy, the other fighting for sovereignty. One chasing minerals, the other chasing peace. And in between them lies the destiny of a nation, and perhaps the credibility of Africa's struggle to chart its own course in a world that still sees it as a resource bank to be plundered. Whether Trump earns that Nobel or not, the real prize will be peace, dignity, and prosperity for the people of Congo. And that ultimately is what matters most. Your perspective matters. Do you think Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize if he ends the Rwanda-DRC war? What do you also make of the minerals for security deal DRC is exploring with America to help end the war? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments section below. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our informative future videos. Stay informed, stay engaged, and thank you for watching.